My friends, think for a moment about the true nature of softness. What is it, really? Is it the gentle smile you hand out to strangers? The way you bend to other people's demands, constantly folding your own will to accommodate whoever's around you? Or is it something far more damaging? A habit rooted in fear and misunderstanding, keeping you from claiming your rightful place in the universe. I tell you now, with absolute certainty, the softness you've been taught to worship is nothing but a construct of the outer, material world, a veil placed over your eyes to stop you from ever recognizing your own divinity. When you're soft toward everyone, indiscriminately, you aren't expressing love. You're denying the very essence of who you are. Let's pause here and really sit with this idea. Close your eyes, if you're able, and picture yourself exactly as you are right now. Accommodating, people-pleasing, always putting everyone else first. Feel the weight of that existence settle over your shoulders. Now ask yourself, is this who I actually am? Is this the full expression of the divine living inside me? Sitting there, eyes closed, fully present with this question, you're already tapping into something profound. You're beginning, right now, to break free from the shackles of false kindness. Because what is true kindness, really, if not the honest expression of your own divine self? Now open your eyes and look around. The world outside might look exactly the same, but I promise you, something profound has already shifted inside you. You've caught, for just a moment, a glimpse of the power available once we shed the illusion that softness is required of us. But let's not settle for mere glimpses of this freer state. The practice of stepping away from indiscriminate softness demands consistent effort, unwavering focus, and a genuine willingness to stand firm against other people's expectations and demands. It requires holding a clear vision of your true self, not just during quiet moments of reflection, but in every interaction, every decision, every moment of your day. Picture a man who truly understands his own worth, who recognizes the divine already living inside him. This man doesn't bend to every demand thrown his way. He doesn't twist himself into knots, trying to meet everyone else's expectations. He stands firmly in his truth, speaks with real conviction, acts with clear purpose. How does this man carry himself? How does he interact with the people around him? How does he approach his own goals and dreams? This man, friends, moves through the world with a palpable sense of authority. He doesn't wait around for permission to pursue what he's passionate about. He understands his desires as divine inspiration, meant to be fulfilled. He doesn't hold back his truth or compromise his integrity, because he knows doing so would mean denying not just himself, but the very God expressing through him. And yet, this man isn't unkind or unloving. Quite the opposite. He's more genuinely loving than he's ever been. By embracing his real nature, by refusing to fake softness, he's tapped directly into the infinite love of the divine. He's compressed eternity into every moment, and in doing so, discovered the real secret to honoring both himself and others. Now, some of you might be thinking, but if I stop being soft to everyone, won't I turn harsh or stop caring? Won't I damage my relationships or lose people's love? These are natural worries, born from a misunderstanding of what stepping away from indiscriminate softness actually means. Understand this. Stopping the habit of universal softness isn't about becoming hard or unbending. It isn't about ignoring other people's feelings or trampling their needs. It's about bringing a new level of authenticity, of divine truth, into every interaction. It's about recognizing that the highest form of love isn't blind acquiescence. It's the honest expression of your own divine nature. Once you genuinely embody this state of divine authority, you'll find you naturally command respect without ever needing to demand it. You'll begin attracting people and circumstances that actually align with who you truly are. You'll stop engaging in relationships that require you to shrink yourself and start forging connections built on mutual respect and shared divinity. Consider the words of Scripture. You are the light of the world. This isn't a metaphor or a pretty turn of phrase. It's a profound statement about your actual nature. When you're indiscriminately soft toward everyone, when you dim your own light just to make others comfortable, you're not only doing yourself a disservice, you're denying the entire world the full radiance of God expressing through you. So how, you might ask, does someone actually begin this practice? How do you stop being soft in a world that constantly seems to demand compliance and accommodation? The answer, friends, lives in the power of your own human imagination. Your imagination is the very voice of God speaking inside you, the tool through which you can reshape your self-concept and, by extension, your entire world. Start by picking a scene. A short, simple scene that captures the life you'd be living if you truly stopped being soft to everyone. Maybe it's you confidently voicing your opinion in a meeting, even when it goes against the popular view. Maybe it's the feeling of saying no to a request that doesn't line up with your values or goals. Or maybe it's the peace you feel pursuing your dreams without seeking anyone else's approval first. Now step into that scene, inside your imagination. Don't just watch it like a movie, enter it. Be the protagonist in this story you're creating. Feel the strength, the clarity, the unshakable certainty that comes with honoring your own divine self. Make it as real and vivid as you possibly can, and most importantly, feel the emotion, the power, the freedom, the self-respect this new way of being brings you. Repeat this imaginal exercise, night after night, day after day. Let it be the last thing you experience before you drift off to sleep, and the first thing you return to when you wake. Live in this state as often as you're able, because in doing so, you're rewriting the script of your own life. You're stepping away from softness, not through sheer willpower, but through a fundamental shift in your self-concept. As you keep practicing, you'll start noticing profound shifts in your outer world. You might find yourself naturally speaking your truth without fear. You might notice a new quality entering your relationships, as people begin respecting your boundaries and valuing your authentic self. You might discover reserves of creativity and productivity you never knew you had, simply because you've stopped stifling your own divine inspiration. These shifts, friends, aren't coincidences. They're the natural result of your consciousness changing. They're the physical manifestation of your new understanding of yourself and your place in the universe. Don't question them, don't doubt them, simply accept them with gratitude, knowing they confirm the truth you've already accepted inside your own imagination. But what about those moments when the old habits of softness and compliance creep back in? What about the times the outer material world seems to demand you shrink yourself, bend to someone else's will? This, dear one, is exactly where your resolve gets tested and strengthened. Remember, the outer world is only a shadow, a reflection of past states of consciousness. It takes time for that shadow to fully catch up and align with your new state of being. During this transition, you have to stand firm in your conviction. You have to persist in assuming that you're a divine being, worthy of respect and honor. When you feel yourself slipping back into old patterns of softness, Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Simply observe it, acknowledge it, and then gently return to the feeling of divine authority. Remind yourself that your imagination is the actual reality, and the outer world must eventually conform to it. As it's written, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." As you keep practicing stepping away from indiscriminate softness, your entire being will start to shift. Your thoughts naturally align with your divine nature. Your words carry the weight of truth and authority. Your actions rise up from a place of self-respect and divine purpose. You stop seeking permission or approval and start moving through the world with the confidence of someone who knows their true identity. This, friends, is the art and science of living from your divine self. It's the method by which you can rise above the limits of false softness and step fully into your divine nature. It isn't a rejection of love or kindness. It's a profound affirmation of the highest form of love there is, the love that honors the divine in yourself and in everyone else. As we go deeper into this practice, let's think about the nature of reality itself. In the outer material world, reality seems to demand compliance and softness. A solid structure you have to navigate carefully and accommodate. But in the realm of imagination, in the kingdom of God living inside you, reality is fluid. You're the operating power, the divine being capable of reshaping your world through the power of your assumptions. When you stop being soft to everyone, you're essentially stepping out of the illusion of powerlessness and into the truth of your divine authority. You're selecting, out of infinite possibilities, the reality that aligns with your highest self. And as you dwell in that reality inside your imagination, embodying the strength and authenticity of your true nature, you draw it directly into your physical experience. Consider the words of Scripture, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." This isn't a promise of some far-off future liberation. It's a profound statement about the nature of consciousness itself. The instant your awareness shifts, the moment you decide to stop being indiscriminately soft and start honoring your divine self instead, you're free. And as you change, the world around you has to change too, to reflect your new state of being. But, dear listeners, I must offer a word of caution here. This power isn't meant for domination or for harming others, because in harming others, you only end up harming yourself. Remember, in the timeless reality of your true self, there is no other. We're all one, all expressions of the same divine consciousness. So use this power wisely to uplift yourself and by extension, all of humanity. As you practice this, you may notice your relationships starting to shift. People used to your compliance might initially resist your new way of being. That's natural and expected. But don't let appearances move you. Hold steady in your new self-concept and watch your relationships transform. Some relationships may fall away entirely, and that's natural too. Not everyone is ready to interact with you in your divine authority. But don't fear this, because as these relationships fade, new ones will rise up to take their place. Relationships built on mutual respect, shared purpose, and recognition of the divine living in each other. Embrace these shifts. Let your imagination soar past the confines of your current relationships. Because in truth, the ultimate aim of this whole practice isn't simply to change how other people treat you. It's to fully realize your oneness with the divine. It's to know, beyond any doubt, that you are an eternal being expressing itself in human form, that you are limitless, that you are, in essence, God expressing himself as you. Now let's address a question that might have surfaced in your mind. If I'm meant to stop being soft to everyone, does that mean I should never compromise or show flexibility? Should I become rigid and unbending in every interaction? The answer, friends, is both yes and no. Stepping away from indiscriminate softness in the conventional sense isn't the same as becoming inflexible. Truly embodying this state requires such a profound shift in consciousness that your entire concept of compromise and flexibility gets transformed along with it. You don't become rigid, you become authentically yourself in all your divine complexity. Picture a mighty oak tree. It stands tall and strong, roots sunk deep into the earth, branches reaching toward the sky. When wind blows through, does the oak resist with all its strength? No. It sways, it bends, but it never breaks. It's flexible, and yet it never compromises its essential nature as an oak. This is exactly how you have to approach your own life. Once you stop being indiscriminately soft, you stand firm in your truth, your values, your divine nature, yet you stay flexible in how you interact with the world, bending without breaking, adapting without compromising your essence. As you practice this, you'll find your interactions with others take on an entirely new quality. What once felt like a constant struggle to please everyone becomes instead a dance of authenticity, because you understand that honoring your true self also honors the divine in others. But remember, dear friends, this isn't about becoming harsh or uncaring. It's about bringing more truth, more authenticity, more divinity into every interaction. It's about understanding that the fullness of your being is available to you right here, right now, if only you have the courage to claim it. Now let's go deeper into the practical side of this practice. How does someone maintain this state of divine authority throughout the day, amid all the demands and expectations of daily life? The key lies in cultivating a new habit of thought, a new way of perceiving and engaging with the world. Start each day by immersing yourself in the feeling of your own divine authority. Before your eyes even open in the morning, spend a few moments in the state of being your true, uncompromised self. Feel the strength, the clarity, the unshakable certainty that comes from knowing who you actually are. Let that feeling soak into your entire being, so you carry it with you as you rise and begin your day. As you move through your daily activities, keep reminding yourself of your divine nature. Whenever you're facing a decision, ask yourself, what would my highest self choose here? This one simple question can dramatically shift your perspective, letting you approach any situation from a place of divine authority instead of habitual softness. Practice self-respect in every moment, not from a place of ego, but from a place of divine recognition. Be grateful, not for what others think of you, but for who you actually are. This attitude of self-respect aligns you with the frequency of your own divine nature, drawing more reasons to honor yourself into your life. Watch your words carefully. They're powerful creators. Speak as though each word were a declaration of your divine nature. Cut phrases of self-deprecation or unnecessary apology out of your vocabulary entirely. Instead of, "I'm sorry to bother you," try, "Thank you for your time." Instead of, "I'm not sure if this is right, but," try, "Here's what I think." Your words shape your reality. Choose them as though they were divine decrees. In your interactions with others, bring a new level of authenticity and self-respect. Listen, not out of obligation, but out of genuine interest. Speak your truth, not with aggression, but with calm certainty. Set boundaries, not out of fear, but out of self-love and respect for the divine living in both yourself and the other person. When you catch yourself slipping back into old patterns of excessive softness or people-pleasing, don't berate yourself. Simply observe it, acknowledge it, and gently guide your consciousness back toward the state of divine authority. Remember, this is a practice. Like any skill, it takes time and patience to master. Be gentle with yourself as you learn and grow. As you persist in this practice, you'll begin noticing a profound shift in how you perceive the world. What once felt like demands become opportunities for self-expression. What once triggered anxiety is now met with calm certainty. You'll find yourself naturally making choices aligned with your highest good, moving effortlessly toward the realization of your deepest desires. But here, dear listeners, is where many people stumble. Once they start seeing the fruits of their new consciousness showing up in the physical world, they get excited and impatient. They start wondering how long it will take before everyone recognizes and respects their new way of being. They start looking for signs, trying to figure out the how and when of their complete transformation. In doing so, they slip right out of their divine authority and back into a mindset chasing external validation. This is a crucial point in your journey. Once you begin seeing your life transform, once you notice the world rearranging itself to accommodate your new reality, you must hold steady in your assumption. Don't be moved by appearances. Don't try to figure out how or when your complete transformation will manifest. Just keep living from the state of divine authority, knowing with unshakable faith that what you've imagined must come to pass. Remember Scripture's words. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Your absolute knowing that you're a divine being worthy of respect and honor is itself the very substance that brings your new reality into physical manifestation. It's the evidence of the unseen truth of your own divine nature. As you keep stepping away from indiscriminate softness, you might notice your relationship with the very concept of strength beginning to change. You might discover that true strength was never about domination or control. It's about unwavering self-respect and authenticity. Because in truth, the state of divine authority isn't about imposing your will onto others. It's a state of consciousness, a way of moving through the world that naturally commands respect. Once you truly embody this state, you realize there's nothing left to prove, nothing left to defend. Everything you could ever need, respect, love, success, flows naturally out of your alignment with your own divine self. This realization brings a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. You stop seeking validation from others, because you already know you're whole, already complete, already divine. This, dear friends, is the ultimate freedom. It's the state of being every spiritual teaching has ever pointed toward. It's the kingdom of heaven living inside you. When you stop being indiscriminately soft, you're claiming your rightful place in this kingdom. You're acknowledging your oneness with the divine, your role as a co-creator of reality itself. But let's be clear, this state of consciousness doesn't mean becoming inconsiderate or unloving. Quite the opposite. When you stop being soft to everyone, you become more genuinely loving, more intentional in your choices. You become acutely aware of the impact your thoughts, words, and actions actually have. You understand that every single moment is a chance to express your highest self, to contribute something meaningful to the world. As we near the end of our time together, I want to address one more question that might have come up for you. If I'm supposed to stop being soft to everyone, does that mean I should never show vulnerability or admit to mistakes? The answer, dear one, is that vulnerability and accountability take on new meaning once you're living from this state of consciousness. When you stop being indiscriminately soft, your vulnerability becomes a strength, not a weakness. You understand the power of authenticity. You don't hide your struggles or pretend to be perfect, but you also don't use your vulnerability as an excuse or a plea for pity. You own your experiences, your growth, your humanity, all while standing firm in your divine nature. In this state, you might find yourself accomplishing more than you ever thought possible, with far less struggle and strain, because you're no longer pushing against the world or trying to please everyone. You're simply being your authentic divine self, letting your life unfold naturally in alignment with your true nature. And so, dear friends, as we wrap up this exploration of stepping away from indiscriminate softness, I urge you to bring this practice into your daily life. Begin right now, in this very moment, to live from the state of divine authority. Feel the strength, the clarity, the self-respect that comes from knowing who you truly are. Remember, this isn't about becoming harsh or uncaring. It's about embracing the fullness of your own being. It's about aligning yourself with the deepest truth of your divine nature. It's about claiming your divine inheritance as an eternal being expressing itself in human form. As you leave this place and return to your daily life, carry with you the knowledge that you're a divine being, worthy of respect and honor. Let it shape your thoughts, your words, your actions. Let it transform how you perceive yourself and your place in the world. Because in truth, you are not separate from the divine. You are the divine, experiencing itself through your own unique perspective. Stop being indiscriminately soft and watch your life take on a new depth and richness. Live from your divine authority and see how your path unfolds before you with grace and ease. Be the person who stands firm in their own truth, and discover that you've always been that person, simply waiting to be acknowledged and expressed. Go forward, dear one, and create the life you desire. Because you are the operating power, you are the divine made flesh, you are the creator of your own reality. Everything you could ever want or need is available to you right now. Claim it, live it, and always remember, the world is yourself, pushed outward. As you transform your inner world, as you stop being soft toward yourself, your outer world must follow suit. This is the law, this is the promise, this is the truth that sets you free. In closing, I'll leave you with this thought. Every interaction is a chance to express your divine nature. Every challenge is an invitation to stand firm in your truth. Inside this journey of stepping away from indiscriminate softness lives the secret to true empowerment. Because when you fully embrace your divine authority, you tap into the infinite power of your true self, live from your divine authority. And you'll discover that real strength was never about domination. It's about authenticity. In the divine reality, strength and love are one and the same thing. They're the very essence of your being, waiting to be expressed in every moment. Thank you, dear friends, for your attention and your willingness to explore these profound truths. May you go forward knowing that you are divine, that you are powerful beyond measure, and that you are worthy of the utmost respect and honor. For you are, in truth, God expressing himself as you. Honor that divinity within yourself, and watch as the world rises to meet you. God bless you all. This is Neville Lectures. I'll see you in the next video.